says things.
But I feel like I'm on Mario Jerry Springer.
But we're never in a setting where he can be like, yeah, let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't never in
So what you be saying? Ready for the smoke?
I'm ready for the smoke,
It's
man.
time to get to the smoke.
Let's get to the smoke, man.
Okay. Are you a cheater?
Am I a cheater?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say I'm a cheater. I cheated, though.
Did you cheat on Ari with Taina?
Yeah.
Why?
Technically, yeah. Why?
Yeah.
I was young. I was dumb. I ain't know no better, man. I was just doing shit.
I think the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again. Especially now being that I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but like have a daughter. Like I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
So do you feel like when dating Diddy, like, was it a business relationship? Do you feel like it was beneficial for you?
I feel like it was beneficial for both of us. I think that, like, you know.
Did Ari Fletcher just cut ties with Young Miami? Yes, it's true, and the fallout is messy. Allegations of betrayal, baby daddy drama, and shady secrets have surfaced, leaving fans stunned. And the wildest part, Herbo, Ari's ex and baby daddy, is right at the center of it all. Get ready because this tea is scorching. Now let's rewind for a second because over the past year, Ari Fletcher and Young Miami seemed like the ultimate duo. They were always spotted together, from hitting up the hottest clubs to sharing hilarious behind-the-scenes moments on social media. Their chemistry was undeniable. They weren't just friends, they looked like sisters who were always ready to hype each other up. One of their most iconic moments came on Young Miami's show Carisha Please. The two had fans screaming when they shared a kiss on live air, showing just how close and comfortable they were. That moment wasn't just viral, it cemented their status as one of the most talked about celebrity friendships.
Okay, we gonna kiss.
I might get wet. Ooh, not the soft lips. Okay, y'all. That's enough for Carisha Please. I'm trying to take Ari to the bed.
Yeah, their public bond gave fans major friendship goals and sister. Whether it was wild nights out, popping bottles, or posting glamorous photos together, it seemed like their connection was unbreakable. They gave off the vibe of women who had each other's backs no matter what. But behind the scenes, allegedly there was a whole different story, because cracks were forming in their relationship, and those cracks are now impossible to ignore. Allegations of betrayal, secrets, and baby daddy drama have completely flipped the narrative, proving that not everybody was as perfect as it seemed. So what caused the fallout of these twins? Allegedly, it all comes back to Herbo. For those of you who don't know, Herbo is Ari Fletcher's ex and the father of their son, Yosan. Now, if you've been keeping up, you already know the history between Ari and Taina, Herbo's most recent ex, and the mother of his two youngest children. Their drama has been nothing short of a reality show in itself. But let's start with the public accusations. Ari has repeatedly called Taina out over how she allegedly treated Yosan while he was in her care, with things reaching a boiling point when Ari accused Taina of mistreatment in early 2022, a claim that Taina strongly denied. She even went on record saying she loves Yosan like her own. And just to add fuel to the fire, Herbo admitted to cheating on Ari with Taina, which made their already strained relationship even messier. But here's where the plot thickens, because allegedly Young Miami's bestie Momo started secretly seeing Herbo behind Ari's back. Yes, that's Momo, the one who was always in Ari and Young Miami's close circle. And it gets worse, because rumor has it that Young Miami knew about this secret relationship the whole time, choosing to stay silent. Can you imagine finding out that not only is someone in your circle secretly seeing your ex, but that your supposed best friend knew and didn't say a word? Well, for Ari, this wasn't just about Momo's betrayal, it was about Young Miami breaking the loyalty code. To her, it felt like a double hit. First, her baby daddy's mess, and then her friend's silence on top of it. The drama is is wild, y'all. And it's clear that G Herbo isn't just at the center of the fallout. He's practically the main cause for the whole thing. Well, when Ari found out about Momo and G Herbo, it was game over, and she was absolutely furious. Reasonably so, but instead of deciding to explode on Young Miami in a public confrontation, Ari decided to take a more calculated approach. According to rumors, she didn't lash out immediately. No, Ari played chess, not checkers. Word in the streets is that Ari started cozying up to none other than G Herbo and Tana, the very people at the center of their drama. It gave a little bit of a power move, and to many this seemed like her way of sending a very loud, very clear message. If you're fine with your bestie sneaking around with my baby daddy, then watch how fine I can be with connecting with your enemies. Now, of course, this didn't sit well with Young Miami. Allegedly, she called Ari out, accusing her of stirring the pot instead of just addressing the issue head on. Miami felt like the games were unnecessary and only made the situation worse. But for Ari, this wasn't just about playing games, it was about principle. Young Miami's silence about Momo's secret relationship with G Herbo wasn't something that Ari could overlook. To her, it felt like the ultimate betrayal. After all, loyalty is everything in friendships, and Young Miami's decision to stay quiet was a deal breaker for Ari. In Ari's eyes, if her so-called best friend couldn't even give her a heads up about something this big, then what kind of friendship was it really? The silence wasn't just hurtful, it was a complete breach of trust. And with trust broken, Ari seemed determined to show Young Miami how it felt to be on the other side of the shade. Now, Young Miami hasn't come out directly addressing these drama, but her actions, that's speaking volumes, because fans are already piecing together a pattern. One that seems to favor self-preservation over loyalty. Need an example? Let's talk about Young Miami's situation with Diddy. When Diddy's legal trouble started making headlines, Young Miami wasted no time creating distance. She casually announced during the season 2 premiere of Carisha Please that their relationship was over.
You back in your bag.
I'm back in my
Stay
bag.
in your bed. Stay in
Like,
your bed.
you know you could fall out your bag, but you can get back in it though too.
Just like that, she let the world know that she wasn't sticking beside him for the fallout. But it wasn't just Diddy facing the heat, because Young Miami's name has also come up in the growing pile of allegations against him. According to a lawsuit filed by a Jane Doe, Young Miami, whose real name is Carisha Brown Lee, allegedly played a role in the mistreatment of one of Diddy's accusers. The lawsuits claim that Young Miami harassed the victim, repeatedly calling her and urging her to have an abortion after Diddy allegedly impregnated her. While Young Miami hasn't publicly commented on these accusations, fans can't help but connect the dots. Her involvement raises questions about how deep she was in Diddy's inner circle and what she might have known about his alleged behavior. Was she complicit, or was she simply another pawn in his twisted game? Either way, the allegations have left fans questioning her actions and intentions during her relationship with Diddy. The lawsuit alleges that Jane Doe was pressured by Young Miami, who was actively involved in encouraging him to terminate her pregnancy. The accusations state that Young Miami made multiple calls to the victim, adding to the emotional stress she was already facing. The involvement paints a troubling picture of Young Miami's role in Diddy's alleged actions. While Diddy is accused of controlling and intimidating the victim over several years, the lawsuit suggests that Young Miami may have contributed to the pressure she faced, whether knowingly or unknowingly.
Diddy has a new lawsuit. Young Miami is actually named in the lawsuit. Now, I've been looking for the actual file of the lawsuit. I wasn't able to access it, but I was able to watch someone else who actually read it word for word this morning. I think it was making sense, and I mean, I'm not shocked, but it's pretty disturbing yet again. New Diddy accuser claims she was plied with booze and drugs. She was violated and woke up with bite marks on her heel.
People have pointed out that this isn't just a case of being caught in the crossfire. If the allegations are true, Miami actively participated in the manipulation of them. It's a shocking twist for someone who's often celebrated for her independence and no-nonsense persona. The lawsuit also paints a horrifying picture of Diddy's alleged actions over a 4-year period, including spiking, putting his hands on, and coercing the victim. But what makes these claims even more chilling is the alleged involvement of others in his circle, like Young Miami, who may have enabled his behavior. and describes being compelled to ingest unknown substances, waking up with bruises and injuries, and being pressured into interactions she didn't consent to. Adding to this is the claim that Diddy used his influence to control and monitor her, allegedly tracking her location and conversations. Well, Young Miami's reported her of the victim urging her to have an abobo adds another layer to the control tactics Diddy is accused of employing. The lawsuits raise questions about how much she knew, whether her involvement was intentional or under Diddy's direction. But that's not all, because Young Miami's name has come up in yet another lawsuit. Apart from being mentioned in Diddy's growing list of allegations, she's also tied to the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, which alleges that she was responsible for procuring younger women for Diddy. According to the claims, Young Miami played a much more active role in Diddy's alleged predatory behavior than anyone suspected, which raises even more eyebrows.
A woman named Latoya Grayson who says she believes that she was at one of Diddy's parties in 2006. Latoya joins us live now. This is her first time speaking out since filing this lawsuit just today. We're also joined by her attorney, Ariel Mitchell. Latoya, I want to start with you. Walk us through what happened. I know that your sibling won a contest to go to a Diddy party. You flew out to New York. What happened from there, Latoya?
Well, pretty much everything that happened is in the lawsuit, so I would encourage any and everyone that would like to know the information to read it.
Yeah, I understand. And we've looked at the lawsuit today. I just wanted to hear from you what happened. I mean, because I can imagine you guys won the tickets to go, which must have been pretty exciting. You were in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
And so you flew to New York. Was it with your sister?
Yes, sir.
And were you excited? I mean, what were you thinking it was going to be like?
Fun, hanging out, the normal parties, getting to take some pictures with some celebrities.
Yeah, I would imagine getting to go to a Diddy party.
Grayson, in terms of answering a lot of questions, today was already a hard enough day. It did take us some time even, for her to come forward and be able to, talk publicly about what happened to her.
And just when you think it couldn't get worse, a new accuser has come forward. Enter Latoya Grayson, who alleges she was in a at one of Diddy's legendary parties back in 2006. So here's what Grayson is claiming. Back in 2006, she and her sibling won a radio contest that sounded like a dream come true. Airfare, a hotel stay, and tickets to one of Diddy's iconic parties in NYC. But according to her, the experience quickly became a nightmare. The party, originally billed as a white party, but later changed to a black party, was anything but glamorous for Grayson. She says that when she arrived, she and her sibling were separated at the entrance. Her sibling wasn't allowed in, but Grayson made it inside.
So P. Diddy, guys, has been brutally smacked down with multiple new lawsuits that are describing horrific SA, and Diddy and his lawyers have already spoken out as well over the past 20 minutes, and so we have to basically get into everything. Diddy is facing a SA lawsuit, and this time the accuser has included pictures from the party where she was allegedly R-worded. Latoya Grayson, an Oklahoma woman, has filed a lawsuit against Diddy, Bad Boy Records, and a series of other companies over a 2006 incident where she claims she went to a Combs party and was drugged and R-worded.
Inside the venue, she recalls waitresses serving pre-made drinks, and Grayson says that she had only 2 drinks before she started feeling sick. After that, her memory goes blank. The next thing she remembers, waking up in the St. Vincent's Medical Center with the ripped shirt, no underwear, and most of her money gone. But this is where things get even more serious, because Grayson has provided photographic evidence to support her claims. She included photos of her party invite, Delta airline tickets, and even the hotel bill from the Roger Smith Hotel, which was allegedly paid for by Atlantic Records. While this doesn't exactly directly prove what happened to her, it does confirm that she was at the party in NYC at the time. Adding to the chilling narrative, Grayson claims she received a threatening call from an anonymous woman after returning home. The caller reportedly warned her not to take legal action against Diddy because he's a celebrity, and pursuing justice would be a waste of time.
Won the tickets to go, which must have been pretty exciting. You were in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, sir.
And so you flew to New York. Was it with your sister?
Yes, sir.
And were you excited? I mean, what were you thinking it was going to be like?
Fun.
I had to go to a P. Diddy party. So calling a radio station, I've called the radio station to win tickets. Not a great prize like you would think she won back then. And this was, back in 2006 during the height of Diddy's career.
But this is where things get even more complicated because the lawsuit suggests the victim never pursued legal action because of the threats she received, allegedly from a woman. And fans and critics alike are pointing fingers at Young Miami, speculating that she could have been involved in the silencing of Grayson. Even Jaguar Wright, known for her unfiltered commentary on the industry, has called Miami out, claiming she's played a bigger role in Diddy's world than she's letting on. Well, these allegations leave little room for doubt. Young Miami's proximity to Diddy's alleged crimes is raising major questions about her involvement, and whether directly or as a part of his inner circle. But given the amount of allegations against Diddy and Young Miami's alleged role in multiple lawsuits, it's no surprise that Ari Fletcher wants to distance herself.
Just telling the truth because it's almost as rough as Nicki Minaj with females out here. I hear she lace front all the time. Snatching up and throwing them in her nasty ass twat. Like when I think of the title of her show, I'm like, is that what your bitches be saying? Carisha, please?
Oh, man. Damn. Okay.
Please, Carisha, stop, Carisha, please.
So you're saying that Carisha is...
She's a predator no different than Nicki Minaj. She likes that shit. That turns her on.
While the public narrative focuses on G Herbo being the cause of their fallout, it's hard to ignore the timing. Ari cutting ties with Young Miami could be a calculated move to avoid being dragged into scandals, especially as new lawsuits and accusations surface. And when you think about their friendship with Ari, the same questions come up. Ari might feel like Miami's silence about Momo's secret relationship with G Herbo was more proof of this look out for number one behavior.
They say you gotta
without the garlic
They say you gotta put a little bit of your stuff in there, and then after that, he never ever from that time forward, he was like, I don't want to eat no more red sauce from you, cause he know my people from New Orleans. He like, I don't know, you might be on do some little voodoo to me or something. That voodoo wasn't in that pasta. That voodoo was something else.
I know that's right. It's time it gets between my legs. I gotta put in the pasta.
Oh, period. This gonna be a mess.
For someone like Ari, who values loyalty above all else, Young Miami's decision to not intervene or warn her probably felt like a major betrayal. Now for Ari, this isn't just about loyalty, it's about self-preservation. But by ending the friendship now, she's shielding herself from being associated with Miami's growing list of controversies.
You met a guy, he's the manager at Target, he a great guy. Can you be with him?
No.
Quick fan question, because the people want to know. Okay. Do you ever think you can rekindle your friendship? They gonna keep asking.
With who? With Tucson?
Tucson.
Absolutely. I wouldn't go to his funeral.
G Herbo may have been the spark for their fallout, but Diddy's legal troubles seems to be the real fire Ari's trying to avoid. But as the legal cases surrounding Diddy continue to unfold, Young Miami finds herself under increasing scrutiny. Whether her role in these allegations is proven or not, her connection to Diddy is making it hard for her to escape the fallout. Meanwhile, Ari's decision to step away seems like a smart move, protecting her reputation at the time when even proximity to this drama can cause damage. But looking back, it seems like this friendship was always walking on thin ice. With Ari's history of drama with G Herbo and Tana, plus Young Miami's focus on her situationships and self-preservation, loyalty was bound to be tested. People are wondering, was their friendship even real, or was it just for the cameras? After all, their public bond and kiss seemed picture perfect, but the moment things got tough, it all fell apart. Well, for now, Young Miami has remained tight-lipped, but the public wants answers. And as more accusers step forward, the pressure will only continue to grow. But whoa, what a wild ride this was. But what do y'all think about the drama? Do you believe Ari Fletcher's fallout with Young Miami was really caused by Mr. G Herbo, or was she distancing herself from the bigger controversies? And how do you feel about Young Miami being named in these multiple lawsuits alongside Diddy? Do you think that she had a larger role to play, or is she being unfairly dragged into this? Lastly, do you think Ari made the right move cutting ties now, especially with the heat surrounding Young Miami? Let me know your thoughts and comments below. I want to hear what y'all think about this whole messy situation. And before you go, don't you dare forget to check out the next video on the next screen for even more juicy celebrity drama. Smash that like button and hit the subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.